Hey, hey y'all. We're gonna talk about day 7 of our test for our resin disc that we did. These have been in the sun for the last 7 days. These have been out of any light source. I've had them in a box, wrapped away from any source of light at all for the last 7 days. So let's do a comparison and see what we have. I think you might be surprised. Let's start with Teakspert. This is the one that's been in the sun, and you can see all the little micro bubbles in this. And you'll see my huskies. Silly dogs. Anyway, you can see a lot of micro bubbles in this one, but it's really clear. I don't see any yellowing, which is nice. So other than the little micro bubbles, this looks good for being in the sun for 7 days. Now let's look at the one that's been in the closet. Again, a lot of micro bubbles in here. And I think we can find ways to get around that. But really clear, which we would expect this because it hasn't been exposed to any light source at all. But still has the micro bubbles. Now let's talk about J-Diction. This is the one that's been in the sun for 7 days. There are some bubbles, but it's not bad at all. And I don't really see any tinting of yellow, maybe a very small amount. Tell me in comments, what do y'all think? Do you see any yellow tinting in this when you look at it from the side? Anyway, the bubbles are pretty good on this one. There are some, but it's not very bad. So let's look at the one that was in the closet. Very clear. Again, J-Diction, this one was in the closet. Not gonna have any yellowing because it had no light exposure. Very clear. You can see from the side, not hard, no bubbles at all. So I don't know if the sun, let's look at them side by side. The sun, look at that difference. Really created bubbles. That's kind of weird, huh? What do you think about that? All right, let's move to Let's Resin. This is Let's Resin that was in the sun for the last 7 days. We do have, oh, look at that underneath. That is alcohol. I can tell you that right now. And we had a spot on here where it looked like the alcohol pulled up on top when it cured, and it's now soft and like sticky. And I'm very sure that that's just an alcohol pooling issue on the top. But really clear, don't hardly see any bubbles at all in this one. But I was kind of shocked. There is a little tinge of yellowing to the Let's Resin. I don't know. And I'll show you a side-by-side where you can see all three at the end. But this is the one that's been in the sun. The bubbles are good. Just a very faint tinge of yellow compared to the others. And now, the one that we pulled out of the closet, crystal clear, beautiful, no bubbles, no issues with any of that stickiness or whatever that we had on the other one. So this one, by far, is the best out of a light source. Super clear, crystal clear, no micro bubbles, no nothing. Now, I want to show you, I'm going to stack them all. These are all three together that have been in the sun. And you can see just the faintest little tinge of yellow on this one, which is Let's Resin, and a little on the J-Diction. The Teakspert by far is the clearest after 7 days. But I do see a little tinge of yellowing on the Let's Resin and the J-Diction. So, that's day 7, y'all. I'm gonna pack these back up, put these back in the sun, put these back away from the light source, and we're gonna recheck these again in a week and see what we have. Leave me a comment below. Were you surprised at what we found after day 7? Which do you think after a month is going to be best out of these 3 affordable resins. Leave me a comment. Make sure you like this. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the day 14 check on this test. And share this so other people who might be contemplating what is the best affordable resin to buy, let them see this test and what they think. Anyway, until next time, happy arting. Ta-ta for now.